Bouncing a ball is an object control skill that is essential to student learning and movement, not only because of a child's physical development, for example, hand-eye coordination and sports such as basketball, but also because mastery of these skills may lead to a greater possibility of physical activity later in life. Development of fundamental movement skills not only contributes to children's physical health, but their cognitive and social development too, affecting their academic performance and general health and well-being. Children who do not master these skills are less able and often less willing to persist with difficult tasks of learning more complex motor skills and physical activities. Students who have achieved FMS competence have been found to perceive themselves as being capable, socially accepted, and to have a positive attitude towards physical activity. It is important to understand that all children's skill levels will vary depending on individual determinants as well as social and physical environments. The ball bounce should be introduced in Year 1, approximately 6 to 7 years old, and generally mastered by Year 3, about 8 to 9 years old. Skill mastery will vary according to individual differences and the quality and quantity of instruction by the teacher. There are 5 key teaching points to focus on when teaching the ball bounce. These will help indicate when a child has mastered the skill. First, they should have their eyes focused forward throughout the bounce. Second, good balance, knees bent, back straight, and standing comfortably. Third, contact the ball with fingers of one hand at about hip height. 4, wrist and elbows bend and then straighten to push the ball. And finally, the ball bounces in front of and to the side of the body. In order to accommodate to all learners, it is important to be able to modify the activity. Young students who are beginning to develop this skill may need to use bigger and lighter balls in order to allow for more surface area to decrease difficulty. As students' skills develop, they should move on to bounce smaller or heavier balls such as a tennis ball or a basketball to further develop gross motor skills and hand-eye coordination. You can also increase difficulty to further develop the skill by bouncing the ball whilst walking or increasing your speed. This develops dribbling skills, which are used in team sports such as basketball. You can also get the children into pairs and undertake bouncing drills, which encourages communication and team building. Students should be standing on a hard surface such as a basketball court, inside a hall, or on concrete. It is a good idea to have children stand in a line or in a semicircle in order to be able to see all of them and monitor their progress throughout activities, as well as to allow them to see you as you demonstrate. In order to avoid distractions, teachers should always be facing the sun when outside so that students are able to see them clearly without the sun in their eyes. Teachers can remove distractions by getting students to sit with the ball in their lap or on the ground in front of them. When teaching the ball bounce one-on-one, it is important for the teacher to stand to the side of the student. This makes mirroring the actions of the teacher easier. Common errors often made by students include their eyes not focusing forward, the ball bouncing higher or lower than hip height, their palm touching the ball, bouncing the ball with 2 hands instead of 1, not bending their wrists or elbows, having their knees and hips straight, or the ball not bouncing in front of or to the side of their body, but elsewhere. To correct these common errors, students should be provided with feedback specific to the error being made.
This may include suggesting they keep their eyes up instead of focused on the ball. This could be made fun for the children by telling them to imagine their favourite food in front of them and for them to keep their eyes focused on that. If students' palms are making contact with the ball, encourage them to use just their fingertips. This could also be made fun for the students by pretending the ball is covered in wet paint and we are finger painting, so don't want our whole hand covered in paint, just our fingertips. Finally, if students are bouncing the ball too far away from their body or behind them, it should be encouraged to keep the ball close to their side or in front of their body. Allow them to imagine the ball is made of gold and is very precious, and they must keep it close or it may bounce away and get lost in the schoolyard. The feedback provided to the student should be specific to the skill being learnt. Feedback should be simple and include developmentally friendly prompts. It should refer to the key points of the skill that the student specifically needs to work on. Positive reinforcement is very important for students, which includes the use of constructive criticism given through telling the student what they have done well and what they need to improve on. For example, I love the way your eyes are focused forward, but try to make sure only your fingertips touch the ball and not your palm. The teacher should use 1 or 2 key words and not overcomplicate the feedback, with the use of analogies often helping students further develop their skills. For further information on the ball bounce, parents and students can go to various websites including myactivesg.com and education.vic.gov.au as linked on the screen shown. Students may also wish to integrate their newly learnt skill into a sport. Therefore, with their parents, could visit basketballvictoria.com.au or visit a local basketball centre to sign their child up.